what's it like being Latino, Latina in Japan? Do you have any opinion, first of all?
I think it's 18 years that I was in Mexico. I was used to being with a lot of people. And I came to Japan and I was alone.
They have this image, like this really bad image about South America, which is kind of sad because
Like what? Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Takashi from Japan. Today I'm going to interview Latin people in Japan. What's it like being Latin in Japan? Previously, I made a video being black, being Asian in Japan. So this time I interview Latin people. What do Japanese people see them? The Latin community. So basically I interview them like what's it really like being Latin in Japan. And I also interview half Japanese, grew up in Peru. I asked him about his experience in life as a half Peruvian in Japan. Okay, let's find out today. On my channel, I interview Japanese people and foreigners in Japan. So it's the best channel for anyone who wants to come to Japan whether traveling or living. And you can also learn Japanese here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. And on my Instagram, I show my daily life in Tokyo and share information about Japan. So if you haven't followed yet, please follow it too. Okay, let's get started. Okay, thank you for your help. Where you from?
I'm from Ecuador.
Ecuador?
Yeah, and my dad is Colombian.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you been in Japan?
Japan, 1 year and a half.
1.5 years?
Yeah.
What brought you to Japan?
I wanted to study fashion here and also do modeling here.
So you're a model?
Yeah.
Oh. Today I'm gonna ask you about the topic Latin people in Japan. You're Latina in
Yeah,
Japan.
Latina, so-
Okay. So, what's it like? What's it like being Latina in Japan?
A lot of people don't know a lot about like South America, like about Latin people. They have this image, like this really bad image about South America, which is kind of sad because
Like what?
that there's only like drugs and like crime there. It's not that just that. And then when I tell them I'm from Ecuador, actually a lot of people don't know where Ecuador is, and they say like, "Oh, you're the first Ecuadorian person that I met." Which is cool. I don't mind. I'm actually happy to be everybody's first Ecuadorian. But yeah, like I just want like more people to like know more about it. It's not just like a shit country with like drugs and crime. There's like more, you know. Just like as a girl, and when I tell like a Japanese person, like a man, that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm South American, and then automatically they just sexualize me. They're just like, oh, you're from South America, you are so sexy, bro. I know, but like you chill. Like it's tiring when you're just getting like sexualized, because like, yeah, we're pretty, but like we have more than that, you know. So it's kind of annoying.
Like, do you have any friends from Ecuador in Japan?
No, I have no friends from South America here.
You have foreign friends here, right?
Yeah.
But mostly like they're
Usually like American or European. Yeah. But no, I haven't met anybody else from South America. But the good thing, I think like in Japan as a foreigner, people are actually like, but they're like super sweet. Like they come ask me a lot about my country, which is really nice. And I think it's cute when people try to speak Spanish to me. Sometimes I'll teach my friends and then they remember. 'Cause
really?
I told you that sometimes I speak Spanish when I'm too comfortable with them. And then they're like, what does that mean? And then I teach them. So it's fun. And then I thought there wouldn't be any Latin food restaurants in Japan, but there actually is a lot. So it's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Last question, you speak Japanese?
Yes. I've been switching on and off.
Can you show your Japanese?
Okay. なんて言えばいいの？
じゃでも1年しかいないし、まだ日本にいないですよね。
でもその前は一人でなんだっけ、独学
はいはい。
2年ぐらいやってたので、
一人で
日本に来て、そう一人で、
2年間はどうやってやってましたか、勉強を。
なんか、友達やっぱり日本人の友達が多いから、なんか電話とかして、でそれで多分日本語喋れるようになったかもしれない。
なるほどなるほ
But I think it's なんかスペイン語と日本語の発音は似てるから、なんか意外と喋りやすかったの。
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your help. Where you from?
Thank you. I'm from Mexico.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been living here for 6 years in total.
6 years?
Yes.
Oh. What brought you to Japan?
I was interested in anime and then I came to Japan for 1 year and I love it. I totally love it. So after 1 year, I went back to Mexico, but I really wanted to come back to Japan because I was in love with this country. And I came back and I've been here for 5 years.
What's it like being Latino in Japan? Do you have any opinion, first of
Okay.
all?
It's kind of interesting because usually Latin people is really friendly, pretty close to people. We like body touch
Yeah.
and stuff. We like to hug, to kiss.
That's my image. Yeah.
Yes, right. And Japanese people is the opposite. They want to keep the distance, right?
yeah.
Because distance in Japan is something to respect, right? It means respect.
It means like being polite.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
So you have to respect that distance. And the first time I came to Japan, it was kind of hard. 18 years that I was in Mexico, I was used to being with a lot of people. And I came to Japan and I was alone. I didn't have friends. I didn't speak any Japanese. I didn't have something to do. So I kind of felt lonely for a long time. At the beginning, being a Latino here in Japan was hard, but the key is to learn Japanese and to get used to Japanese culture, but not forget your roots, right? That's the key.
I see, I see, I see. And now you have lots of Japanese friends. How did you do it? How did you make Japanese friends?
I learned that to make Japanese friends, first you have to learn Japanese. Because, yes, because even if they speak a little bit of English, I think they will not open their hearts if you don't speak Japanese. They will not trust in you. They will not be very close to you. So learning Japanese and learning Japanese culture, how to respect people, how to have a good behavior in Japan. If you don't have that, it's gonna be a little bit hard to make friends. So it's my advice to everyone. If you really want to make Japanese friends and you really want to enjoy Japan, make your best in your Japanese skills.
Last question. Do you speak Japanese?
Yeah, I actually speak Japanese kind of fluently, I guess.
日本で何年目ぐらいから今のレベルになりました？
でも実際にもう問題なく不自由なく喋れるようになったのがもう本当に最近です。
あ、本当ですか？
もう最近のことなんですけど、でそれはなぜかというと、
はい
友達は一応作れるんですけど、実際に日本の会社に入ってみたら敬語も使えないし、漢字も書けないし、でそれで最近本当にその漢字とか敬語とかにまた力入れ始めて、あまだまだだなと思いました。
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your time. Can you introduce your background?
Sure. My name is Omar Minami. I am half Japanese, half Peruvian. I've been living in Japan for the last 18 years almost.
You grew up in Peru, right?
I grew up in Peru. So I lived in Peru for about 19 years. And I've been here for about 18 years.
Okay, so what it's like being half Japanese, half Latino, yeah, in Japan?
In Japan.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting because I have a Japanese passport. I've been living in Japan, like I said, 18 years or so. But I mean, I don't look Japanese. I guess I get treated as a foreigner, right? I don't get treated as a Japanese. Even though I would say this is my home now, because unlike many foreigners who come and go, I've been in Japan without going to Peru actually. Last time I went to Peru was 18 years ago. I mean, yeah, I always feel like a foreigner. I don't really feel like half Japanese, I guess. I feel more like a foreigner, I guess.
What was the culture shock when you came to Japan? Even though you're half Japanese, you grew up in Peru.
Yeah, so I guess a culture shock for me has been here I feel like friendships are somewhat shallow, while in Latin America, friendships are like family, you're like really close friends, you share your problems, people really want to know what's going on in your life. So it's a little bit extreme. While in Japan it's completely opposite, right? People, like I have my own problems, you have your own problems, so I don't want to bother you, right? There's this culture of not wanting to bother others. There's this harmony in the office place or in the university or in the group, and you don't want to be the one that breaks the harmony. So then if you have a problem, you don't really talk about it, or if you have any particular thought about something, you don't really share it. So then if you don't share what you think, if you don't share your problems, basically if you don't share anything, it's hard to make deep connections with people, right? So then that's always been a bit of a culture shock for me. The inability to make deep connections with a lot of people, and which is why probably the majority of my friends end up being people that been raised abroad, right?
Thank you so much. Okay, can you introduce yourself in Japanese?
Okay. In Japanese. 南尾丸と申します。マーケティングの仕事やってます。
これからも日本に住みますずっと。
多分これから日本に住むと思います。
なんかペルーに戻ることとかは考えなかった
な
ですか？
いと思うんですね。
ないですか
18年こっちに住んでて、家族もこっちに行って、
家族も日本に来てるんだ
そう
確かに
だね。
そうそう
だからなんかあとスペイン語ちょっと忘れてる。
あ、マジですか？
全然使わないから、この間初めてスペイン語での会議出たら、なんか全然できたんで。
ありがとうございます。
はい。
ございます。
ありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you for your time. Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Mexico.
you too.
And how long have you been in Japan?
I have been in here with me maybe 3 years. It's about
3 years?
yeah, about
Oh.
2-3 years.
How do you like life in Japan so far?
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah, I like it. To be honest, I don't know how I would feel if I go back to Mexico sometimes.
You're from Mexico, so I assume you're Latina in Japan, right?
Latina, yay.
Right? So first of all, like, what's it like, being Latina in Japan as a someone from Latin country at the same time as a woman,
Yeah.
right? Do you have any opinion first of all?
To be honest, at the beginning, I tried to even change my English accent because I was ashamed of, my Spanish accent is coming out of whenever I try to speak in English as well.
Yeah.
And so I was ashamed of everything. Like I didn't have a good job. I didn't have like anything to feel like more at home. But eventually I realized that you cannot change yourself. You're just who you are.
Oh.
At the very end, I accepted myself as I'm Latina. I'm never going to be Japanese. It was kind of hard for me to accept myself in a way that I'm accepting me right now.
At some point, you have to change your behavior or your attitude in Japan, but at the same time, you need to be yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There something that you can't change. You shouldn't change, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like in general, do you have any Latinas friends in Tokyo, or do you have like more Japanese friends or like Western friends or?
Yeah, I have more Japanese friends rather than Latinos
Really?
friends. Yeah, I would say so.
Like, did you try to make Japanese friends more, or just in general you ended up having?
It happened like that. So I think that my personality it's more likely to hang out more with
Oh, really?
Japanese rather
So-
than with my own Mexican friends, kind of thing. Yeah, that way. Recently, I have been hanging a lot with people from Spain as well.
So you have both friends, like Japanese friends and foreign
Yeah,
friends. Oh.
yeah, I don't make any difference. It's not like, I only want Japanese friends because I want to. It's not like that. I think that if somebody is just likely to just to think in that way of, I only want to have Japanese friends. I don't like people who can speak Spanish that way. You're not going to get to anywhere.
I see. Okay. Last question. Do you speak Japanese?
No.
No. You have Japanese friends, right?
Yeah.
You talk them in English?
No.
In Japanese? So you don't want to show your Japanese? No? Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Adios.
much.
No? No? Okay, thank you for your help. Where are you from?
Hi, I'm from Peru.
I'm from Chile.
Chile.
Yes.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been here for almost 3 years.
3 years. And?
I have been here only for 2 months.
2 months. So you just came here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's it like being Latina in Japan? Do you have any opinion, first of all?
I think it's a very isolated group. So you have to find other Latinos. You have to go to specific places. Latinos are everywhere in Japan, but only in the big cities. I think only in Tokyo, Yokohama, maybe Osaka. I think it's not such a big group. But usually when I find Latinos in Japan, they're usually Peru and Brazil because of the Nikkei. There's a big Nikkei population in Peru and Brazil.
Like when I interview Japanese people at the foreign countries, they have kind of knowledge of Europe or America or Asian countries because they see a lot in the media or movies or TV show. But when it comes to Latin countries, South America, like they don't have knowledge of it, including me actually. Yeah. What do you think? Do Japanese people don't know about Latin culture compared to like American culture or Asian culture?
Well, I think they don't know that we are more developed than they think because a negative image of Latin America is that it's poor, that, and it's true. There's a lot of differences between the rich and the poor. Like the difference is huge. Usually, I think Japanese people have an image that Latin America is just poor.
Yeah, sometimes when they ask me what I do or something like that and say like I'm an engineer, they're like, "Oh, you're an engineer?" It's like, of course there's engineers in Chile. So yeah.
Last question, do you speak Japanese? Do you?
一応喋れます。
喋れます。
はい。
じゃあどうやって日本語を学ばれました？
まあ番組なんかネットフリックスとかの付き合ったの日本人と付き合ってるとか、まあそんな感じで、あとに自分で勉強してる。
なるほど。セルフスタディ。
JLPT
そうなんですね。
に向けて、そうほとんど独学。
あと
ありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you for watching so far. How was it? That was interesting. Me personally, actually, I don't have much knowledge of Latin culture or South America compared to like Europe or other Asian countries or America, but I would love to learn about it. So one of the interview mentioned that there are many Latin restaurants in Japan, especially in Tokyo. So I'm planning to make a video about this topic, what's it like owning Latin restaurant in Japan or Indian restaurant in Japan. I'm gonna ask the owner about the food culture and the customers and everything. So if you're on a foreign restaurant in Japan, in Tokyo, please contact me so I can interview you and then shoot the video of that restaurant. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, click like button. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any question that you want me to ask people in Japan, please leave a comment too. See you next time.